Y'all, so this is like a style that my client brought in. You know, I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all. We on a wing and a prayer, but she always bring the video. So I pretty much was able to look at a small tutorial, probably gone, that she sent over. And it seemed quite simple. It's just a twist in the front, and I'm guessing we pinning it to the back, and then pretty much doing some big two-strand twists, and then just bending them down to like secure a bun. So it seemed kind of simple, not too complex. So we started by putting the hair in section out the front twist right there. And then what I did was I put the rest of the hair in a nice neat ponytail. And then after that, you see me subsectioning these twists, just so that we could do some little pretty twists and then I could bun it. So this is like a real quick like go-to style if you don't really got too much time on your hands, okay? And it's kind of like a pinup girl, so feel free to like, dress this up. Matter of fact that I think of it a wedding style or like an elegant ball kind of room style. All you gotta do is put you some gems in the front, or put you a little crown on there and pin it, you know what I'm saying, with some nice little jewels, and you'll pretty much be good. So, this is a versatile style, or it's just a simple style that you just get your help off your neck, but at the same time, it's not gonna take you that long to really achieve this. Yes. So as y'all see, that was a pretty twist. See laid that two strand twist, okay? Flat up two-strand twist of that because look, it's laid. Then it goes into a regular twist. If you got anything little sticking out, you could just, open it up and just throw it in there and retwist that down, okay? Just to make sure it look as neat as possible. We on our last twist. I think I'm gonna put this into two sections. So just to give it some definition, I made, most of the twists like two of them big, and then I'm doing these other two a little, well, these other three a little bit smaller. But just not doing it tight. Okay, you got, so that is the trick to make sure that it is as volumized as it can be. And just twist that thing nicely and don't do it tight into the end. Okay, where most of the little freer ways at. And when I come into the freer ways, I twist it in opposite directions. And these I try to secure the little freebies. So if you got little shorter ones or whatever that want to peek and poke, that's what you. And then I throw me a rubber band at the end, and I do like two rubber bands to make sure they're strong. Do not try those elastic rubber bands, baby. Them things be popping, okay? They disrespectful. So get the old fashioned black rubber bands and throw them things on there. And as you see, real pretty, very and I ain't perfect. If I got a little something sticking out, I just took that thing up in there. Okay, you guys. People think you got to be a perfectionist to be a and do styles. You don't. You're gonna have mess ups, but you're gonna just learn how to tweak it as you go. Okay. And it's okay to restart that thing over if it look crazy, crazy. Just go ahead and pull it back, take it out, and just restart that thing over. All right. And as you see, I'm trying to make sure we get it as loose as possible. See, I'm going back to redo that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Now I'm getting kind of tight. And then I'm just gonna pin this down, you guys, and it's gonna be that. So this style is gonna be complete. I would prefer to do my big ones, meaning do the two biggest ones that you do have, and then the smaller ones is gonna be for your durations to make it as neat as possible, so you shall arrange. Sometimes I also take like even if it says a bun and it's, let's say it was braided, I use a rubber band to secure it, so meaning tuck it into the rubber band so that we ain't putting 110 um pins up in their head, okay? So literally when you do your rubber band, you should do two. So I just take one of them and then I politely lift it up, and then I actually tuck the end into that rubber band. So I'll do that over here too as well. And then if you want to do a pin, then you can still do a pin on two, but it helps on how many you have to put up in them. Like boom, boom. And then I'm gonna take this pin and then I'm securing it together because I don't really want them to move out of place and position. So boom, that reduced me having to put 100 pins up in her hair. This right here from the picture, it just goes to the back. So if I want to, I'll just take these and then I'm just gonna, stick it back up in there like that there. And then I'm gonna secure it with the pin so that it doesn't move. So I take a smaller bobby pin and I'm just gonna secure it flat, okay, so that it don't move. So there you go, that thing's stuck right there. And then I take these and then we'll arrange them. And these small ones, I am going to use a pen, okay? So I may do that there. And you may have to play with a little bit. Like styling is not like you're not just gonna get a book with this. Everybody hair is gonna be different from the picture. The locks may be smaller, it may be thicker, it may even be more volumized. You just never know. So, you just play with it until it looks cute, okay? That's the trick. All right, and then now when you're done, you just want to pin it because let's say if they go dance or something, you don't want no pins to fall wide, you don't want no twists to fall anywhere. So these last little couple of pins, these are just more so for security. And I'm even gonna pin this to this because I don't want this to go nowhere. Like I want it to keep the look. I'm gonna pin that together. And of course, I'm a believer of a little edge control. So I'm gonna slip and slay these little babies or whatever. And what I'm doing now, if you can't tell, is if it's something with two twists coming along each other, and I may want to pin it together so that it can look a little more seamlessly, or that it's kind of like intertwined, then I'll do that too as well. Okay, you guys, so y'all see me work my little magic. Do your thing, do your thing. Y'all, I like to have a little fun while I work. All right. And if you want to, let's say if this hoe was real long and them twists come all the way out, if you need to, you may even want to take the pin and secure the bottom. But because hers is, it's still medium down the back, but it's not crazy long. So I don't really need to secure it to the bottom portion because it's not really down here or anything like that there. So at this point, I'm just throwing in my pins to make sure they're closed and they look good. It actually looks like a seamless button, okay? I do some roundabouts, cause I'm real with my clients' privacy. But boom, y'all, this is the style that I got, and this is what I delivered. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I already washed her, so I actually did a hot oil treatment with steam inside of the shampoo room. I used a little bit of this Be Natural Locks, okay, DHT oil blocker. This right here is so light, it literally absorbs into the scalp. So what I like about this is that, you could do a nice little oil, right, without having thick oil. So what I like is very light oils, and I like mine because we fighting off DHT, which is like basically downcycling. But for the most part, it's going to absorb into your scalp. And traditionally, like when I got her out, her scalp really sucked it up. That's what you pretty much want. You don't want the oil just sitting on top of the cuticle. So, like, meaning, let's say if you don't have any scalp issues, it wouldn't be a need to do like a heavy Jamaican castor oil, unless you're trying to thicken up your edges or something like that. Because sometimes what happens, the oil is so thick that it doesn't absorb into the scalp, and it just basically sits there, and then it gets into your locks, and then it causes pretty much, build up and stuff like that. So again, this is a really light oil. You can look at an avocado oil, you can look at a coconut oil, just basically something that's going to get absorbed in, so that you don't have an excessive amount just sitting on your scalp or your locks. Unless you may need black Jamaican castor oil or that Haitian castor oil, baby, that is good if you look like a bald spot and you need something to grow back in or thicken up a little bit. Jamaican castor oil is phenomenal for thickening up those edge lines. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and pairs. She don't have many, but you know what I'm saying. So therefore I'm finna go ahead and get some of this betaine edge control. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little pomade on her edge line. And just lay it down to make it look neat. I'm not pushing it into the locks, but just on the edge line. Now, one thing I do want to put out there, if you're gonna be putting this, Like make sure that the oil is absorbed in first, okay? Gonna pick up your line. Hmm. Okay, this came out very cute, very nice style. And I'm finna jump off. I just want to make sure I brought this over here to you guys. And matter of fact, I'm gonna do like a little small roundabout on my girl. So yes, this is really cute, y'all. And to the point a little bit. Hmm. Very simple, very demure, very cute. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank y'all for like stopping by. But I want to make sure I put my styles on there, list that I do, because sometimes I do be moving quick. So at least with this, you can slow it down and pop it, rewind it if you need to. And thank y'all for checking us out. Check out our products at bnaturallocksproducts.com. If y'all want to book any of our people up in here for services, check out bnaturallocks.com. And check us out. Y'all be safe.